Magandang oras mga ka-good news, mga ka-TH, mga kababayan. Meron tayong magandang balita dahil umuugong na ngayon sa internet, sa social media na ginagamit na ang tinatawag na gold reserve ng Pilipinas o itong tinatawag na the gold for humanity ng mga Marcos at sinisikreto lang ito para hindi magkaroon ng kaguluhan. Mantakin nyo naman ang dami-daming ginto niyan. Ang mga pruweba niyan ay itong balitang ito. Ito naka-headline, Philippines and Serbia joining slew of stacking gold bars. At nangunguna sa kanilang pagtaguyod nitong tinatawag na backup golds o reserve gold ng bawat bansa. Ngayon, ang delikado ay ang Amerika ay meron lamang itong tinatawag na fiat money. Ang Amerika ang pinaka makapangyarihan na bansa sa mundo, pero wala silang maipakitang tangible gold na napakarami. Meron lang silang 4,800 tons of gold reserve sa Fort Knox. At hindi yan ang number one kung ating itotal suma or susumahin natin. Merong pang mga bansa na mas mataas pa ang gold bar reserve. Ngunit, ang lahat ay nangyari ng nangunguna ang dolyar. Sa lahat ng pera sa mundo, ang dolyar ang talagang ginagamit. Pero ayon sa mga conspiracy theory ay wala itong backup gold. Kaya ngayon ay merong mga kumakalat na chismis na totoo pala na ang Pilipinas ang richest country in the world kasi tayong may pinakamalaking gold reserve sa buong mundo. At dito sa balitang ito, Philippines is stockpiling gold. Ito'y balita sa labas ng bansa, sa Amerika. At sikat na sikat tayo, pero tayo hindi natin alam. Ngayon, kung totoong nabuksan na ito ni PBBM at ginagamit, at parang totoo naman, kasi nakapagbayad na tayo ng mga utang sa World Bank, ay nag-start na tayo sa pagbabayad nito. At hindi lang yan, nahalata nyo ba na ang dami-daming bumibisita sa atin na bibigating mga presidente sa mga sikat na mga bansa. Lalo na yung pagbisita ni Zelensky. Bakit nga ba hihingi ng tulong si Zelensky sa isang mahirap na bansa? Ano namang maitulong natin sa gera, di ba? Wala tayong pera, wala tayong armas. Kasi alam nila na ang Pilipinas ay isa sa makapangyarihan at mayaman na bansa, pero sinisikreto lang talaga ito. Kasi kung lalabas ang mga ginto ito, ang mga gintong ito kapag mailabas at may deklara na sa Pilipinas talaga, ang Amerika ay magiging kawawa. Kasi ayon sa mga conspiracy theory, ang mga ginto na ito ay hiniram ng Amerika. Sabi nga ni Marcos, nasa makapangyarihang kamay. Hiniram para ito ang gamitin nila na backup reserve sa kanilang piniprinta na napakaraming dolyar. Ngayong panahon nga ng giyera, ang Amerika ay bilyon-bilyones ang tinulong sa Ukraine, pati na sa Israel, pati na sa Pilipinas. Saan sila kumuha ng backup gold? Ang kukunti lang ng kanilang gold reserve. Okay, so pakinggan natin ang balitang ito. Hatid sa atin ng channel na ito sa labas. Ito ang Philippines is stockpiling gold. Nagpapile na tayo daw ng gold together with Serbia. At ang Serbia ay isang parte ng Rusya, kung saan ang Rusya, kung ating tingnan, ang pinakamaraming gold reserve, platinum reserve, at lahat ng white metals ay matagpuan sa Rusya. Pero bakit sinabi sa headline na Philippines and Serbia is stockpiling gold para sa tinatawag ngayon na gold reserve? Dahil sa susunod na taon, ay hindi na daw dolyar ang pinakamakapangyarihan na pera. Hindi na yon ang international money, kundi itong tinatawag na gold reserve. So lahat ng pera ay mataas ang value kapag meron kang mataas na gold reserve sa World Bank. So, panoorin natin at pakinggan ang bidyong ito. Ang Pilipinas at Serbia ang nangunguna dito sa pagbalik ng standards ng gold reserve. Ang ibig sabihin nito na ang pera na piniprenta ay dapat nakabase kung magkano ang inyong gold reserve ng isang bansa. At ang Pilipinas pala ay napakarami nito. Dito sa balitang ito, makikita nyo mismo, nakalagay dyan sa titulo ng balitang ito sa Amerika, na ang Pilipinas at Serbia ay nangunguna sa pagmungkahi na ibalik ang gold reserve standard. So atin panoorin ang kumpletong bidyong ito para tayo maniniwala na ang Pilipinas talaga ay may maraming ginto at hindi lang ito sinasabi ng ating presidenteng PBBM.
Ngayon, bumulusok ang lahat ng national currencies kasama ang Philippine peso kontra US dollar. Marami ang hindi nauunawaan ang malalim na dahilan nito. Marami pa nga isinisisi kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ang pagbagsak ng piso sa pinakabago nitong all-time rate kung saan umabot ng 58 pesos ang $1. Ang hindi alam ng marami, ito na ang hudyat ng nagpipitong tuluyang pagkabura ng US dollar sa international financial system ng buong mundo.
The Philippines and Serbia are joining a slew of central banks that are increasing their gold holdings. They follow a global trend of other central banks accumulating bullion in a move seen as a shift away from the US dollar as a standard. This global trend, by the way, was led by Russia and China. So what does it really mean? Well, there are few people who know more about gold than Peter Schiff. And he is good enough to join us now with his take on this. Peter, why are countries doing this? And I guess it bears asking, right, as an American, what does this mean? What does this mean to me? What does it mean for us?
Well, I think it means a lot for Americans because we have enjoyed the extraordinary privilege of being able to create out of thin air the reserve currency. And, you know, before the dollar was the reserve, gold was the reserve. And the reason that the dollar became the reserve is because it was as good as gold, because the dollar was not only backed by gold, but redeemable in gold. In fact, the dollar was gold. It was Federal Reserve notes that were IOUs for dollars, which were made of gold. And we went off the gold standard in 1971, but I think the world is going to go back on it because I think the days where the dollar is the reserve currency are numbered. And we're going back to basics. You know, everything old is new again. Gold was money in the past, and it will be money again in the future. And central banks that are smart enough to read that writing on the wall are increasing their gold reserves now. Gold is the enemy of the welfare state and big government. That's why governments don't like gold. They want paper. But the problem is eventually the paper has no value. And we are headed to a currency crisis in the United States. And what's going to put the United States back on a gold standard is to try to stop the free fall of the dollar. You know, they're going to postpone it as long as possible. You know, when Nixon took us off the gold standard, he said it was temporary. He was right, it was temporary, but it just lasted a lot longer than people thought.
Because of what the Dow has done this month, because of what we saw yesterday with the yield on bonds and several other indicators, people are saying that it's not looking like anything other than likely at this point that we will be hit with a recession probably at some point in 2020. In fact, that's what Guggenheim is reporting this morning. Do you agree with that assessment?
Well, not just a recession, the recession. It is going to be worse than the last one, which was the worst one since the Great Depression. We call it the Great Recession. The next one is going to be greater. And what's going to make it that much more problematic, especially here in America, is the resurgence of inflation. This is going to be an inflationary recession. We called it stagflation when it happened in the 1970s, except this is going to be a lot worse. A much weaker economy than the one we had then, and much more inflation, except there is no Jimmy Carter and Paul Volcker waiting at the end of the decade to save us. Instead of going hard right, we're going hard left. We're going to go to modern monetary theory and a democratic socialist, which means they're going to run the presses full steam, and that's what I think is going to crash the dollar, and ultimately, which would bring us back to gold.
A new gold standard for the dollar? It's coming, and when it does, it'll be good news for your cost of living and a more prosperous economy. I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to help navigate this turbulent world. The dollar and the rising price of gold are not campaign issues this year. but they will be by the next election in 2024. The result will be something that sounds utterly astonishing today, and that is a serious discussion about a new gold standard for the U.S. What is a gold standard? It means the dollar price of gold would be fixed. Today, that might be, say, $2,000 an ounce. From the 1930s to the early 1970s, when we were on a formal gold standard, the dollar was fixed at $35 an ounce. The value of the dollar is weakening as the Federal Reserve, our central bank, prints up globs of new money to help pay for all those COVID rescue packages. Those packages were needed, but without getting technical, the Fed is printing this money in a way that could bring big problems down the road. There are mountains of myths surrounding the gold standard, all of them wrong. So get ready. The debate about gold is coming.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much for having me.
Let's start with talking about a gold standard. Can you give us a brief history of the last gold standards we've seen and why you think we might return to one soon?
Well, a gold standard is more or less a disciplined system where countries peg their currencies to gold, and it more or less brings discipline into the system, and you tie the currency supply to gold, so there isn't much room to print unlimited amounts of money as we're doing now, which is very destructive for an economy. As you can see now, there are a lot of financial bubbles, there are excessive debt levels, inequality is rising, you get moral hazard, and all these side effects of a fiat money standard are not really what we want, and eventually you get a lot of monetary instability, and I think then at that point we have to get back to a gold standard.
Ang agarang pagpunta ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa Singapore, Indonesia at Amerika ay nagpapahiwatig ng isang matinding bagay na may biglaang magaganap. Isang kaganapan na hindi makakalimutan ng lahat ng mga tao sa buong mundo, at ito ay ang pagkawala ng lahat ng mga national governments mula sa pang-aalipi ng utang. Sa pagbagsak ng US dollar ay siya namang pagpapakawala ng milyong-milyong bulyon ng mga ginto ng iba't ibang mga bansa na kinontrol ng mga elitistang banking kabal sa loob ng mga habang panahon pabalik sa kanya-kanyang may-ari ng mga ito. Inumpisaan ng Russia at China, susunod ang lahat ng mga bansa, kasali ang mismong Amerika, sa tuluyang pagpapalit ng sistemang pinansyal ng buong mundo, at ng utang base sa dolyar ay biglang mabubura. Magkakaroon ng isang buong liwayway sa pandaigdigang eksena. Bawat bansa ay magbabalik sa Gold Standard International Monetary System. At ang people of the Philippine Islands na siyang itinalaga ni Pangulong Ferdinand E. Marcos na co-owner at co-beneficiary ng Wealth for Humanity ang magiging bagong Amerika sa Asia na siyang maharlika. Ang pagpapatunog ni PBBM ng bell ng New York Stock Exchange noong September 19, 2022 ay hindi lamang ito simpleng seremonya ng pagtatapos ng stock market ng araw na yaon. Ito rin ay nagpapahiwatig ng stock market crash o recession na magaganap kung saan tuluyan ang ibabasura ang US dollar at tudyat ng pagbabalik ng buong mundo sa gold standard. At bilang signatory na magbubukas ng Wealth for Humanity, tumindig si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. bilang representante ng 110 million Filipinos na siya kinikilala ng United Nations bilang co-signatory ng mga kayamanang ito.
Habang linalatag ang mga plano at minamarkahan ang ating mga dapat marating sa mga susunod na buwan, wala akong kaduda-duda na magagawa lahat ito. Maliwanag sa akin, walang kakulangan sa galing ng Pilipino. Nakakatiyak pati ako na walang imposible sa ating mga pangarap para sa bayan. Nasa dugo natin ang yaman na magbabangon sa atin. Maraming salamat sa inyong walang sawang pagsuporta.
Ay maaabot po natin itong pangarap na ito. Ito po ang hamon sa atin ng ating mga kababayan. Ito ang hinihingi at inaasahan sa atin ng ating mga kababayan. Sa tulong ninyo, maaabot po natin ang panahon na magkaisa ulit ang Pilipino, mataas ang loob, ang kakanino, isang bansa, isang diwa, isang gawa. Yan po ang ating pangarap. Yan po. Maraming salamat.
President George Bush was asked this question, which is the richest country in the world today? With a smile he said, the Philippines.
The Philippines is the richest nation on earth. The wisest royal bloodlines on earth.